Just when I thought we were going to have a smiley, cool, calm, and collected Cassius, he got to send off fighting words and talk his What's good, y'all? Chikaeze, Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All-American video. And in this one, I am breaking down Season 7, Episode number 8, titled Squabble Up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my All-American content and conversations. Y'all, this is just yet another great episode. At this point, episode 2 is in the rearview mirror, and it is quite literally the only flop of the season, and I will allow it. Because the heat that they have been serving up this season more than makes up for what happened in episode 2. And I don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to start... Maybe Amina, Cassius, Khalil. Maybe I'll start with Amina. Amina feels like the easiest thing because when I get to Cassius and Jordan, it just gives stressful. It gives pending doom. It gives building up of suspense. And I don't know if I'm ready. Okay, let's talk about Amina. So Amina wins Homecoming Queen, and this is a few weeks after she has already won Stu co-president. So Miss Mamas is on a winning streak. Now, I still don't understand at the top of the episode the whole 3 white boys on the porch. And the tradition that this is supposed to be starting. But alas, that's what it is. That's how they kind of intro it. And that's how we learn that information. And as we go throughout the episode, we get to see Amina discover that her mom was also homecoming queen while she went to South Crenshaw, which drums up some feelings that she has about unresolved feelings and information and like lack of clarity on one, who her mom really is. So I think that ultimately the storyline around her pursuit to honor Mo and her pursuit to let her legacy live on and let people not forget her or remember her in only one way really ties to her trying to find a really strong grasp on who her mom was, because she has a memory, that's one thing, and then she also has a narrative, that's another, that are very much so competing. And finding out that Mo was also homecoming queen is something that makes her feel really good because now she has won something. So she's like walking in the great footsteps of her mother. But these are all things that people are either downplaying or didn't tell her. Like when you get to see the billboard that they put up, well, not the billboard, the little poster board in the hallway, and Preach, she walks up on Preach actually taking a look at it. And she asks Preach straight out, like, did you know that my mom was homecoming queen? And I feel like he lied. But then again, Khalil said, you know, your father went to school, but he might not have went to school, if you know what I'm saying. He was out here, he was in them streets, he was very much so active in the life at that time. So he could have maybe not been paying attention, especially because Preach says that they dated after high school, which is okay, cool. But like, I don't know if you miss like homecoming queen, homecoming king, prom king, prom. Well, do I remember who the prom king and queen was? I don't actually. Damn. But see, if I would have dated one and had a kid by one, I think I would have remembered. But anyway, this is like one of the first, I think, missteps of Preach in this particular episode. The very first one is them, I guess, not really revealing all of the information about Mo so that Amina could actually process it and deal with it and figure out, I guess, how she's going to navigate life without her mom and with her memory kind of like sitting on her shoulder at all times. By the end of the episode, we get Amina running off to Baltimore to go get the answers that Coop and Preach seem to be hell-bent on not actually giving her initially, but they wake up and they're like, okay, we need to tell her something because she is demanding to know what happened the night that she lost her damn mother, which is with the encouragement of Khalil, and he not wrong. He not wrong, but did he tell your ass to run to Baltimore? I don't know. But they are like, we have a moment where Coop is like, well, we don't have all the answers. I'm like, girl, yes, you do. Her mother had this big ass vendetta because you took out Tyrone, but you had to go ahead and do what you had to do about Tyrone because Tyrone has Sean killed, and like it gets deep and it's gang life, and her mother was gang affiliated. Just tell her like it is. Preach, you was gang affiliated. What made you get out? Let's talk about the 3 strikes. Let's talk about even taking out Mo would have put him back in jail, and he was worried about that. Like, just tell a girl all of the things so that she can actually decide for herself what is going to be the most impactful for her, how she wants to move forward, or at least give her all the information so that y'all can better help her navigate having the information. But hiding it from her and then her stumbling upon this great things that her mom has done while also having a shadow of who Mo was in this particular community, because she was quite literally a menace in this community. She went out on a terrible note in this community. She had to be eliminated because she was trying to eliminate Coop in this community. Like, she was manipulative. She was doing all types of wild things in this community. But for the bulk of what Amina has known of her mother Mo, it was living in Philadelphia. It was becoming a lawyer. It was advocating for the community. It was being pro-Black. It was all of the great things. So without giving her the full context of why people might look at her in this way now, you're really shooting yourself in the foot in reference to either of you being able to have any kind of real strong connection when it comes to Amina, because she's always going to be wondering what you're keeping from her. But then you're also shooting her in the foot of being able to fully grieve her mother properly, and for her to be able to position her mother, at least her mother's memory, in a place that is sustainable for her to move on, where she can actually love her mother, but maybe also still hold her mother accountable for the terrible things that she did. Because nobody is 100% good, and very few people. There are a couple evil motherfuckers, but a lot of people are not just 100% bad either. Like, there is just so much of a mix, and Mo happened to also be a mix. And what I struggle with, though, in watching it and at least hearing all of the dialogue that Amina had specifically, was like, she's like, well, this people want to forget that my mom, or want to act like my mom didn't have good to her. And I'm like, girl, who is even talking about your mama? Don't nobody give a damn about Mo. Nobody's talking about Mo but you. Unfortunately, this is not for me to be shady. I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm watching. I'm like, girl, you are trying to advocate for your mama's legacy to be a full scope of who she was, when nobody is even talking about her, period. She is buried and gone. Nobody is bringing her up except for you, which I get. You her daughter. You want more answers and all of that. But it's like she's fighting against this mission, this negative campaign against her mother Mo that's not actually happening. And maybe she wants her mother to be lauded as a hero or celebrated in certain ways, I guess. And who knows, like, I think it could have been a really cool thing if they could have figured out a way to tie the like honoring of Billy Baker to Mo, and like her getting triggered by like Billy getting so many things, and then her feeling like, well, nobody cares that my mother died, and nobody cares that my mother's gone, but oh, everybody's talking about Uncle Jordan's dad and he died, or whatever the case might be. That could have been something cool. Not saying that they had to do it, but that could have been something cool. I just don't understand her beef with the world behind like the world's very real and probably accurate perspective of her mama, because her mama was a damn menace. Sorry, not sorry. But love the trajectory of that particular part of Amina's storyline in this episode. The other part of it is her winning homecoming queen, being late to the homecoming court, but that don't matter, because by the time that she get there at halftime, there's a fight that breaks out, and then they wind up having to forfeit the game, cancel homecoming, so she don't even get the moment to be looking how she looking, wearing the hairstyle that her mother was wearing when she won. And it's all kind of on Khalil. I hate that. We're gonna talk about it when we get to Khalil, but watching Amina go back and forth with the K brothers, and I'm calling them the K brothers because Khalil and KJ are two sides of like the same damn coin, and this is how you do a love triangle. If I ever want to see one again, it needs to be done like this. Not necessarily exactly the same, but with the tension, with the build up, with the actual solidification of them being friends. Like, so often in this YA space, or specifically in the All-American universe, they have been throwing kids together, and it's like, okay, cool, y'all are attracted to each other, but what else? It is so very clear, not only the chemistry, whether it's romantic or sexual or whatever, but the actual familial bond that is being built between Amina and KJ, Amina and Khalil. Like, regardless of how uncomfortable certain things are, regardless of hiccups, the fake relationship, the finding out of the fake relationship, the walking out on him. Oh, I don't know if you wanted to be your friend, or I don't know if you wanted to be my friend. All of that, we're watching it all play out, and with each and every moment and interaction, their friendship bond gets built stronger. And it's so dope to see. It's so dope to see, so much so that when you start to think about the romance part of it, it's like, oh my God, I don't know which one of these boys do I want to root to be with this girl, because quite literally at any given moment, both of you seem perfect for her. This shit is brilliant. Brilliant. Between Khalil and this damn rewind for the homecoming moment, the damn dinner on the 50-yard line. You ate that one. You be eating a lot of, but you ate that one. And then also KJ being able to come through with the idea, wear the hairstyle of your mom, popping up at the house and just having the charisma, the charm, and the connection. They got that little handshake. Where the hell did that come from? It don't even matter. I love that y'all got it. And this is going to, this is going to get very, very interesting, because you did go to other bases with Tori, Mr. KJ, but it's still very clear that you are into Amina. When Amina opened that door and you walked into the house and you saw her in that homecoming dress for the first time. Yeah. You more than like what you saw. And I love that for you. But then also Amina, seeing Khalil clean up nice in Jordan Baker's shirt on that 50-yard line, having him put that crown on your head, girl. We get it. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't know who to root for. At this point, I'm just here for the vibes. And Amina gonna have to tell me who we root for once she finally makes a decision. But by golly, Miss Molly, take your time and enjoy the goddamn ride, because in addition to this potential conversation around who's a boyfriend, who's the romantic, who's in game maybe, it's so the interaction and the conversation around this love triangle is just so much more deepened and nuanced just by the watching of them building their friendship and getting through things and growing as individuals as a result of them getting through things. All American is coming with it this season. My God. Okay. Let's go ahead on. I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to go ahead to the adults real quick, because Cassius, sir, you was doing so good. We was seeing all 32 of your damn teeth at the top of this episode. You were doing an interview with some type of high school sportscaster who follows Crenshaw heavily, but he's over here to talk to y'all because y'all putting up 40 points a game. KJ is one of the top QBs in the whole country. Yeah, y'all are undefeated or only have one loss. Yeah, one loss. Y'all are doing great. Until they get called away, because Crenshaw moved up their pep rally and Crenshaw is the priority, and Cassius ain't playing that. Cassius went to real fast. Like, Cassius was on this man's ass so fast, and I was just like, Cassius, please. But then when he started to lay out the facts, when he started to point out all of the things that needed to be said, the full context, and if you're going to do your job as a journalist, you need to know, I said, well, he ain't wrong. But Cassius, also don't turn into the big angry black man on this newscast. We don't need that. And that sets the stage for later on, one that gets recorded and released. So then Jordan gets to watch the playback of them being called out, and Cassius stating point blank that they the best team in this whole daggone league right now. Period. And that this is the best reign that has happened at Beverly, including Mr. Billy Baker. He said, Billy, you ain't doing it like you thought you was doing it. Respectfully. Kind of disrespectfully. But anyway, that prompts later on, when KJ sets up KJ says Cassius up on speed dating for friends because he knows that his daddy need to get a hobby, a dog, or a friend. And the easiest one, I guess, is the damn friend, which ultimately is his dad needs to get a woman. I need you and your wife to figure it out. Y'all need, and I'm not trying to rush them through the process, because separation happens, and it's a very healthy thing to do when you're in conflict in relationship and you can't figure it out and you don't necessarily want to walk away, but you know that things ain't working how they are actually happening right now, so you know you can't possibly stay, so you got to figure it out. You in that little place in the middle. But Cassius is suffering so damn bad in the middle. He definitely needs something. He needs his damn wife back, or he needs his wife to walk away so that he can go find somebody else, because he is a good looking man. He has a good job. He is very very intense and passionate about this football thing, but I think he's also very passionate about family and about creating some type of unit. Like, Cassius and KJ are still living in a hotel. Why are y'all halfway through y'all's damn season and y'all are still in a hotel? You have moved here. You have taken a full-time position here. It's given the whole like hold up as it pertains to the separation is also keeping him as like this arrested development personally, and he's not gonna go get a house until he has somebody to be in the house with. Whether that's, oh, he's actually a bachelor now and they're getting a divorce, or they're reconciling and the wife is coming down. And I'm going to need that to actually happen because he is on edge. He has been on edge. And yes, we know the looming threat of like, oh, is this Billy Baker's like cousin or Billy Baker's brother? No, Billy Baker's nephew, I guess, because he would be Billy Baker's older brother's son. And like, is this the big ass chip that he got on his shoulder and the beef that he has with Jordan? Even though in this episode, it gave less like, I know my family lineage and F you Bakers because y'all discarded my daddy. It gave more like, I'm tired of living in your damn daddy's shadow because I'm better than him and I'm putting up better numbers than him. And look at my team is better than him. And you're also a child getting more notoriety at a team that might be good, but like, I'm still better. It gave more like he was speaking from a competitive place within football in this episode and less of like he has some raggedy ass vendetta in the back of his mind that he's been leading with, which is what it felt like all the other episodes up until now. His angst and anxiety for or frustration for Jordan Baker, aside from the moments we got to see KJ like swooning over Jordan, which would make sense because like you don't want your son to be idolizing some other man. The rest of the moments felt like, sir, where are you getting this animosity from? Because is it on sale at Walmart? We don't understand. So this episode, it gave the stats don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers damn don't. And my son is putting up better numbers. He's the best QB in the whole daggone the state. We are only lost one game and we have recovered from that, and we are throwing up 40 points a daggone game. And even once we get to the back and forth with him and Jordan at the at Layla's, he says, now that y'all had the forfeit, we got the same record and we about to make your whole kingdom crumble. And he mean that. So this feels like less of a personal vendetta and more of like, because Cassius don't have no damn personal life, because he don't have no woman, he don't have no friends, he don't have no dog, he don't have no damn hobbies. He is throwing his whole self into this football thing and it's working out, but it also got your ass on edge, sir. So KJ not necessarily wrong. This little parent trap moment is, or friend trap moment is corny, but he ain't wrong for it. And I'm not mad at it. And it also put him in Crenshaw for a little bit so they could be there with Amina and they can have their vibes. And Lord, thank you. I did not have to see Tori this episode. Shout out to the people in my comments who are mad because I don't like Tori. I don't like Tori and I'm not going to like Tori probably. Make peace with it and don't piss me off about it. That's all I'm going to say. Don't piss me off about it. If you want to know why I don't like Tori, check out my last live after show where we broke down in detail, because I was able to process in real time why I don't like Miss Tori, and I gave you all the details. I explained it very clear. And then also, to be clear, I don't have to like every character. Again, let me live, don't piss me off. Moving on. Khalil, my Shayla. I love the Khalil character so damn much. And Antonio Bell, baby, if you ever see this, kudos. You are killing it, knocking it out the damn park. I believe Khalil every time I see him on screen. I like want to help him. My heart goes out for him. Get behind me, Khalil, because these people are playing with you. And Jordan Baker almost had me jump through the damn TV tonight. Because what do you mean he almost don't have a upstairs to go to? You gonna throw this boy out behind a goofy ass fight? The way that you was throwing haymakers left, right, and center, the way that Spencer could look at you wrong and you gonna swing on his ass and you want to throw Khalil back into the mess that is his life. Thank God you married Layla Keating, because Layla got your ass right together. And I was like, exactly. And then he finally realized, and then he apologized. I'm like, okay, we got a glimpse of old Jordan, and I ain't liking in this episode, but I can get back with him. I can have my foot on his neck with the swiftness. Be clear, because what you're not going to do is play with Khalil. But also, Khalil, can we not be serving up the Spencer James specials? Can we not be copping to and taking responsibility for that you is not responsible for? Yasi, your little waterhead crippled behind, Well, you ain't start. That boy started it. But you literally was about to go ham, WWE style, with the goddamn crutches. Khalil tries to stop you, and then he gets spotted with the crutches, and now it's all Khalil's fault. Khalil, you did take responsibility even though your ass should not, because I get it, being a good teammate, and I ain't snitching and yada, 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 but enough. We didn't have enough Spencer James for a damn lifetime, Khalil. Save yourself, please. For the love of God. But I didn't like that. I didn't like that Jordan's like, oh, when you're burned by a kid that you stuck your neck out for. He didn't burn you. He is quite literally the kid that you have met, quite literally the kid that you have been getting to know, quite literally still the kid that has been busting his ass on and off the field to stay on the straight and narrow, even though his goofy ass daddy's in jail calling plays probably to shake up things in his damn life because he won't know peace. Khalil can't know peace because Marquee don't know peace. That is what that boy is dealing with. And you would not understand that being Lord Jordan Baker from Beverly Hills, but not too much on Khalil's ass. But again, let me go ahead and get off of his neck because Jordan did apologize for not believing him and I trusted him and all that. But it took Layla getting you together for you to do that. I need you to automatically have it. If you're going to be his village, if you're going to be by Khalil's side, you need to say, Khalil, stand behind me and I don't give a damn what these people say. I don't give a damn what these people say. I don't give a damn what happens. I got you. Because that's what, up until your damn sister. That's how Billy carried Spencer's ass. Billy was in the trenches with Spencer until Olivia. No, that's not fair. Until your ass. With your, please coach me, Spencer. Please help me, Spencer. I don't give a damn about a concussion, Spencer. Anyway, Jordan, you need to stand 10 toes down harder for Khalil from now until eternity, forever, period. Anyway, so Khalil earns a starting spot for this homecoming game, but it goes left because the Slauson boys are talking how you let your dad go to jail. That's none of your goddamn business. And if my dad wasn't a gangster, then maybe his ass wouldn't be in jail. Of course he can't say that, because you also talking to another little gangster kid. Sir, take your ass on. The way that I don't understand, like, I get that they can't be fighting and whatnot, but when did y'all start making people forfeit? Because again, Jordan Baker and them was throwing haymakers left and right and y'all was still playing games. Jordan Baker threw a haymaker before the damn championship game, and then the ref still cheated and gave Beverly Hills the championship. Why they got a forfeit? Why homecoming got to be canceled? This feels very much so very aggressive because you in the hood. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. To know that the Slauson boys showed up well before the damn game, and then there's a fight that ensues, but y'all decide to blame Crenshaw and then have Crenshaw forfeit, that is information that you need to know, because yes, ref, okay, you can't be dealing with the brawls or whatever, but clearly Slauson is the goddamn aggressors because they paid us a visit earlier. We had to throw them off our campus earlier. So yes, Yasi, you stand on business, and I mean they did. They when I rewatched it, because I didn't catch it the first time, y'all. The boy said, "Oh, when we killed your cousin last year," that is fighting words. That is take a crutch upside somebody's head words. So Lil Waterhead Yasi, I'm gonna let you live with that. My biggest issue is that you let Khalil cop to this when you could have, because your ass is already out the game. You got a sprained ankle, and you know Khalil can't really handle no more trouble. Everybody looking at him crazy any goddamn way. You could have took a hit or two. But the fact that you decided to swing, the fact that you decided to back down if they talked about your dead cousin, I probably would have did the same thing. I ain't even gonna hold you. Because who the hell you talking to? Little cute ass boy from Slauson. You want to be so gangster so bad, but your lineup is so tight. You look like a little pretty boy out of Beverly Hills. I ain't gonna hold you. Anyway, that is what's going on with Khalil. And because of the result of the fight and the canceling of the homecoming court, that hurts Amina, and he wants to make it up to her. So then he puts together this wonderful recreation at the 50-yard line. And I'm like, boy, you are gone. Channeling Kofi, happy belated birthday, Kofi. He's gone, Kofi. Our boy is gone. He put on Jordan Baker's beautiful crisp shirt, brought Amina down there, had some takeout, some flowers, and a crown ready for them to sit and unpack whatever the hell is going on in her life. She gets to talk about her mama. Again, y'all, I am just struggling to figure out who is the best person for her, because whenever she is with either KJ or Khalil, they both just get it. Knock it out the park. They are there for this girl mentally, emotionally, physically, and it's so beautiful to see. Now, what I kind of wanted to dive in more to, but we don't get on context on this other than Jordan asking about it towards the end of the episode. Marquee potentially calling these plays from jail. Getting little beady head ass boys to come and bother his son, who is now living with Jordan Baker in Beverly Hills, and he's having them antagonize his son because his son didn't lie for him, and his son is living in Beverly Hills now. I hope that this is not the case, Marquee, because before you gave gangster with a heart, before you gave don't push him because he's him, but I do still love my son. I'm a little wayward and I'm getting my son to do things that he shouldn't be doing, but at the end of the day, he's my son. That sending plays and antagonizing him from the goddamn jail with some other level diabolical stuff. And I want to hope that you're not that guy, but it's giving he might be that guy, y'all. He might be that guy. In other news, Layla and L figured out her song. They were looking for a songwriter to sing it. Layla winds up convincing L that she needs to be the one to sing the song. Yeah. I'm not necessarily here for the whole L of it all, but I do love that this is going to be like her redemption story, and Layla making a point of like, yo, I'm your target audience, so like if we're going to do this, I'm the perfect person to lead into this. I love Layla jumping back into her music bag and getting into a place where she's back in the studio, back producing, back being a music executive of her label, because watching her not just be because that sounds bad, but like for lack of better words, just be Jordan Baker's wife and the leader of, or the owner of Layla's was not enough for me. It really wasn't enough for me. And I think that she shines in the music space. I think that her having her own label, especially all that she had gone through for it, and then sitting on it because you had Patience, Coop, and what was that other little girl name that was competition with Coop that she had at one point? I don't remember her name. But like Patience is off in London doing London Broadway, and Coop retired, and whatever happened to the old girl, maybe she burned out, and you have nothing. It's like you did all of that to get the Keating name, to do all of this stuff with Clay, your daddy, all of that just for it to fizzle out. I don't understand. Like, you should quite literally still be building a whole music empire, and I kind of want to see that for her. I don't know. Is it just me? Y'all let me know what y'all think. At this point, I didn't expect for this video to be this long, but that is what went down in episode number 8, titled Squabble Up. Let me know, again, in the comment section what you thought about it. It's your good sis you love to talk TV with. If you haven't subscribed already and you're new to the channel, welcome, boo. Hit the subscribe button, turn your bell notifications, and join me on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern for my live All-American after show. See you in the next one.